The $20 wage law that triggered Starbucks closures. Businesses don't collapse overnight because customers suddenly stop caring. They collapse when the math stops working. And right now, that is exactly what is happening across California. In 2024, the state implemented a $20 per hour minimum wage for fast food workers. The idea sounded simple: higher wages, better lives. But here is what most people missed. Starbucks was included under this law, even though most people do not think of Starbucks as fast food. Overnight, labor costs jumped by nearly 30%. No gradual increase, no transition period, just immediate impact. Labor is the single largest expense for a Starbucks location. When that cost spikes, everything else becomes fragile. For a single store, this change meant close to $100,000 in new labor costs every year. Now pause for a moment. Starbucks operates roughly 3,000 stores in California alone. Multiply the numbers. The company was suddenly facing hundreds of millions of dollars in additional expenses every single year. At that point, politics no longer mattered. Only math did. Starbucks had three options: absorb the losses, raise prices, or close underperforming locations. Absorbing the losses would wipe out profitability in the state, so the decision was already made. Prices would rise, stores would close quietly, strategically, and this was only the beginning. Higher wages, fewer jobs, the Starbucks fallout. When the wage increase officially took effect, many workers felt hopeful. $20 an hour felt like real progress. But the reality inside the stores changed quickly. Starbucks responded the only way it could. Prices went up. Across California, drink prices increased between 8 and 12%. A latte that once cost $4.75 rose past $5.40. Customers noticed. Some people came less often, others stopped coming altogether. Coffee is a price-sensitive habit. Small increases change behavior. As foot traffic declined, revenue followed, and stores that were already barely profitable started losing money. Inside the workforce, the pressure was immediate. Managers began cutting hours. 35-hour weeks became 22. Full-time schedules turned into part-time shifts. Some employees were offered transfers, but those transfers often meant longer commutes and higher costs. For many workers, the raise on paper disappeared in real life. Then the closures began, one store at a time. Quiet announcements, limited notice, employees forced to adapt or walk away. The outcome was impossible to ignore. A smaller group earning higher hourly wages, a larger group working fewer hours or losing their jobs entirely. Wages went up. Job security went down. Higher wages, fewer jobs, the Starbucks fallout. If Starbucks can't survive this, who can? Starbucks is not a small business. It has global scale, brand loyalty, pricing power, and deep insight into consumer behavior. So here is the real question. If Starbucks cannot make this model work, who can? Smaller chains have less flexibility. Independent coffee shops have almost none. Many owners are cutting staff. Others are working 70-hour weeks themselves. Some businesses are shutting down entirely, and the impact does not stop with coffee. When a Starbucks closes, nearby stores lose foot traffic. Shopping centers decline. Property values soften. Jobs disappear. Entire neighborhoods begin to feel the strain. And this story does not end at California's borders. Other states are watching closely, considering similar wage policies. Here is the uncomfortable truth. You cannot mandate higher wages without increasing productivity or revenue. If prices rise too fast, customers leave. And when customers leave, businesses close. This is not theory. It is happening right now. The only question left is whether policymakers will adjust course or repeat the same mistake on a larger scale. If Starbucks can't survive this, who can?